Hi, it's Richard here, and I'm just posting this video from our very cosy HQ, just to give you an idea of our activities over the last couple of weeks and just a few observations about the current property market. So, with regards to me personally, I've had valuations over in Poynton, Cheadle, Bramall, out towards Disley, and then down to Offerton. And so you can probably imagine I've seen quite a range of houses really. A couple of those, fingers crossed, will come on the market, but understandably people have to weigh up their options and decide when the right time is for them to take the plunge, if you like. It's, as stated in the absolute blooming obvious, it's a big decision, but nonetheless, it's been quite encouraging the invites that we've had. So as I say, fingers crossed that those will turn into something positive. So I suppose particularly over this week, I've tended to find we've probably spent more time prompting, chivying, doing behind the scenes stuff with regards to a few of the sales that seem to have been dragging on for a long time. And blimey, it is hard work. When you imagine a house sale used to take 6 to 8 weeks, that used to be the sort of time frame we used to work on, and it's easily double that over the past few years. So that causes some problems. It's frustrating for sellers and buyers because, of course, when you've decided you want to buy a house, you want to get in there, don't you? So, but needless to say, obviously, we spent a lot of time on the phone, sending emails to solicitors just to try and get these things through. Um, Yesterday we put Bickerton Drive on the market, so that was good. So that went out first on our contact list, and then 24 hours later goes on the property portal. So we've got three, I think three, potentially four viewings lined up on that. So when you imagine, I always think that once we get in the range of 5 to 10 viewings, that's hopefully when the offers will start coming in. In terms of the valuations that I've actually done, one topic has cropped up time and time again, and that is the subject of stamp duty. Stamp duty. Now, that's something, hopefully, there's somebody out there in the government listening to the mood music about that subject, because it is hampering house sales, definitely. Um, when you can see the chunk of money that has to be paid over, if you like, of course it's going to make people um, think about it, but something needs to be done on that. 12 months ago, 18 months ago, before it was altered, I can't even remember it being talked about as much as it is now. But yeah, it does seem to be a problem that something needs to be done about. I think the other thing I've tended to notice as well is that and I suppose when a market changes, it doesn't just change overnight; it changes gradually over a period of time. And you can tell now that if a house is absolutely perfect, the sellers of that property will get pretty much their asking price. But if it needs any degree of work doing on it, that has to be properly reflected. People have got enough information at their fingertips to understand that when a property is overpriced, people are chancing their arm, agents chancing their arm, whatever. So you have to make sure. So I mean, we've had a couple of properties this week that we've reduced in price um, because the interest wasn't as I imagined it would be, and luckily enough, the owners have been okay with with the explanation I've been able to provide, if you like. But it is important to make sure that pricing is right from day one. I mean, in fairness, I've missed out on a couple of properties recently where my view has been lower than the price the property's gone on the market for. Well, it's fair enough. It's all down to opinions and what have you. But yeah, it's just something that buyers are very clued up at the moment. So you just have to make sure that that you're pricing it as accurately as you can do. Apart from that, activity seems to be ticking along nicely, but I'd be interested to hear your view. Put any sort of comments down below, and thanks for watching.